So automatic payment program is nothing but, see, in case of companies, regularly we'll be receiving supplies from the supplier, and that will be received at the plant. Once we receive the material at the plant, I told you that in the material in the plant, what are the material that they have received, they raise one document called goods received note, and it will be sent to the say maybe finance department. So finance department will process it, and they book the liability. And generally every supply will have minimum, say maybe 30 days credit or 45 days credit or 60 or 90, depending upon the nature of the industry business, right? The credit period may change. So that's why you take every day maybe different kinds of material. If you take a manufacturing company, and say if you like Dr. Reddy Labs, they will be receiving many raw materials almost every day. Keeping track, keeping the track of the materials, when we have received, when it is due. Generally in case of manual system, we used to write a purchase register used to be maintained when we have received, and what is the due date. Every day the accounts officer, as soon as he comes to office, he'll open the check that purchase register, and he will check when is the due date, all those things. And he used to, on the due date, he has to take out all the bills, process it, and prepare the checks and make the payment. But in case of automatic payment program, we need not do all those things. Every day or once in a week or twice in a week, I'll be executing automatic payment program. So that what system will do, as per the number of days credit that we have already taken, invoices booked, system generates automatic payment program, and checks are generated, and open items are cleared, and checks will be printed, and check register is going to be generated. Okay, all whatever is that is required for generating the check, all those registers will get generated, right? So that is called automatic payment program. And if you see here, there are certain inputs. Automatic payment program, right here. In the process of automatic payment program, system identifies the overdue vendor payments, posts the required accounting entries, generates the checks and the check covering letters. So check covering letter also will be there, and the inputs are vendor invoices which are due or overdue, check numbers and check lots are going to be given into the system. They are the inputs, and output is going to be vendor payment checks, vendor check covering letters, and check registers. And what is check covering letter? See, whenever we are going to raise any check, issue any check to the party, we need to issue a check covering letter stating that what is his invoice number, and what is the amount, like that, what bills we have. Because say for example, I have given him say 3,20,966, and I have just hand over the check to the vendor. So vendor is supplying material to us on constantly on day-to-day regular basis. So along with each and every supply, he'll be raising one invoice, right? So at least our responsibility to tell him that what is the bill number, what is the amount, if any amount is deducted from that bill. So all those details we have to give, and that should be given in a check covering letter. So for example, check covering letter. So in this check covering letter, Okay, so this check covering letter will contain so check covering letter contain all the invoices that are being settled. And what we can do, check covering letter along with check we can generate. So what we need to do is we can ask the banker to get us a printed check with our name, everything. Right. Anyway, see, nowadays every bank is giving us the checkbook along with our names. And what we can do is we can take a continuous stationery with check covering letter and the required check. Right. What is the amount? What is the total amount of the check covering letter that will be written in the check, and who has to sign it? Right. And the company name, everything will get printed on this. So when we send this to the party, he will cut and send it to the bank for depositing, and he'll keep it as a covering letter. Or we can generate one more type. Say for example, a check covering letter can be even like this. Not check covering letter, checks. So like this continuous stationery can be used, and each one is a check, and we can get it printed. So any form, whatever it may be, this is just like our in India, railway tickets and certain other things are going to be printed like this. A continuous stationery will be there, and each and every check there is a perforation between each and every page, and we'll cut it and we'll give it to the party. So whatever it may be, generally most of the people are using, and in case if you are using this type of check, a check covering letter will be generated by system separately, or check covering letter along with the check will get it. So whatever the method may be, we can use it, of course. And so system generate this kind of letter. So all these things we can configure into the system. Let us go and do the configuration part. So here there's a T code called FBZP. In FBZP there are 6 steps. All those 6 steps we need to configure. Right here, FBZP. See all these 6 steps. In the older versions, all these 6 steps we used to go and we used to in the IMG side, right? We used to configure different places, but now everything is given in only one T code, and right, all the steps are given. Now step number 1, define all company codes. See, step number 1, define all company codes that are relevant for APP. Right, click on all company codes. Go to new entries. So our company code DRLB, and here control data, sending company code, paying company code. So paying company code is, say for example, DRLB. What is this? Sending company code means, say for example, under one group we can have say 3-4 companies. On behalf of all companies, maybe one company can make the payment, because all companies are my group companies. And the intercompany transactions, intercompany entries, I'll post it, of course. Right, in such case, instead of running in each and every company code, I'll make the payment from one company. That also can be done. So in such case, and this is the DRLB, the paying company, and for whom we are making the payment, they are the sending company. But anyway, for us only we have DRLB, Other things we need not do anything, just save it. APP for DRLB. Come out. Next, paying company codes. So here we need to define the paying company codes. Right, define the paying company codes. Go to new entries. Right, paying company code. DRLB. Minimum amount for incoming payment and minimum amount for outgoing payment. Anyway, we are not going to take incoming payment, only outgoing payment. So here outgoing payment, what I say, for example, I take 5,000. Means minimum amount, if 5,000 and above are there, then only system picks up. If any amount less than 5,000, system will not pick it up. So that's why that can be done. And here forms. Forms means I can use different forms. See, this is the check covering letter. F110 underscore D underscore AVIS. Right? F110 underscore D underscore AVIS is nothing but it is a format in which my check covering letter is going to be printed. Just like in case of dunning, we had F150 underscore done underscore something like that. Right? There is a format name. Then sender details. Here sender details means here text ID. Text ID means standard text we use, ST. Then letter header, F underscore 0001 header, and F underscore 0001 footer. Signature text, we can get it of course. Sender, F 0001 underscore sender. What are these things? These things are nothing but the standard format. If you are generating an automatic payment letter, right, what are the contents that it should have in header, in the footer, and the sender details? So general format system picks up. For that purpose, this is the standard format that I have given. Even you cannot get it as a drill down. See here, there is no drill down also. Just we have to enter this, that's all. Right? So, so these are the parameters we can define here. So this is the, if you want to see this letter, I'll show you. We have cleared the items listed below with the document number so and so. We have debited your account and we have settled the following items with the check number subject to the goods and services supplied and the invoice therefore being in order. This is the thing will come. The sample format. Come back. Then payment methods in country. Payment methods in country means, so first of all, in different countries we'll have different payment methods. Maybe check, maybe bank to bank transfer, maybe bills of exchange. So like that, different kinds of payment methods are there. Let us see, we can define the standard methods are available. At the same time, we can define our own method if anything is there. Payment methods in country. First of all, in country we have to define, because for total country will be same, not company code wise. So whatever we define, that will be linked to the company code that is subsequently. Okay, and let us see for India, country, India. Say we have C for check, yes, some other thing, T for bank transfer, right? So here C, I can use C, but the thing is certain standard things are there that I don't require. So that's why what I will do is I will create my own, right? So under India, so payment methods for the country, go to new entries, say country India, and payment method, since our company is since C is already there for defining check, and since our company code is DRLB, right, DRLB group, I'll take the description, right, check for DRL group, right, check for DRL group, because C is already defined. Outgoing payments, this is going to be used for outgoing payment, and payment method classification check, right, this is the check, outgoing payment check, allowed for personal payments, that means PRSONNEL means employee payments, so that also we can check it if required. Required master card specifications, street, PO box, bank details, collection authorization, all these things I don't require. Document type for payment, so for making payment to vendor, what is the document type that we use? KZ. Clearing also I use KZ. And use classic payment medium program. For the purpose of generating the checks, I use printer and certain print parameters I define. So for that purpose, there is a print program is available. The print program is, see, system says that here, use classic payment medium program RFFO star, means that should start with that. RFFOUS underscore C is the general print program that we use for generating the checks, for printing the checks rather. That's all. These are the certain things that is required. Currencies allowed. Double click on currencies allowed. Read this carefully. Permitted currencies. In this list, you enter those currencies that are permitted for the payment method. Leaving this table empty will mean that all currencies are permitted. I think leaving this currency is better, right? Save it. So payment methods in country we have used for India, right? C for check, D for DRL group, yes, something other, T for bank transfer, C, this one C. So he has used certain other things, personal payments, right? All the other details are there, that's why I have not taken. Always you better don't change the existing standard parameters if anything is there. Always copy it or create a new one. Okay, so we have configured this.
Is it going to be the same in the real scenario too? Even in real scenario, when you're working, you create when in a real scenario when you're working, you create a new payment method for the country, or take or
no, we can take, not cannot take. See, the thing is, I don't want to change the standard given by SAP.
Okay.
This is C standard given by SAP, right? And here he is using ZP and ZV. These are the clearing documents. I am not using ZP and neither ZP nor ZV. We are using KZ and KR. KZ is for clearing and KR is under invoice. Document type for payment and clearing, both I use KZ. So that's why if I have to use this, I have to change it completely. isn't it? So that's why better never change, and also print program also different here. RFF OD underscore S, but I have used RFF OS underscore D underscore C, right? And these are the some changes are there. That's the reason better never change the standard programs, and if required copy and paste it.
Okay. So
And if you want to use
use
as it is, you can use it. You can use it.
Okay.
But if you use it, if it is suitable for you. Now the present one is not suitable for me because the documents which are used by this standard one is different, and I am using different document. That's why.
Thanks.
Right. So this is the payment method. Right. Now payment methods in company code. Now to my company code, I need to assign the payment method. Payment methods in company code. Go to new entries. Right. Company code. DRLB. Payment method D. Payment ZA. Payment methods in country. C D. Not there. Go to new entries. Paying company code DRLB. I don't understand why. Let me check. Okay, minimum amount. I said already 5,000 minimum amount for making payment, and maximum amount I can say 25 lakhs. Right? You can have whatever the limit that you want, you can use it. And form data. Here also again the form data. Form data pre-number check. Then nothing but F110 underscore pre-num check means we are going to use pre-number checks. So here in this check covering letter, see all these are all pre-number checks. Right? From the banker will give you the number. Of course, that number we need to enter into our system. Then system prints even that same check number again in the printer, because it will have a pre-number check as well as that will be printed, so that both will get match for the purpose of control. Right? That I'll show you once we generate it. And F110 underscore pre-number check. Drawer on the form that we have a check. Right? Here signature. Who signs it? Maybe the finance manager. Two people will be signing generally. Finance manager and deputy finance manager, or finance manager and general manager finance, whoever it may be. So what we do here is, say finance manager, general manager finance, both will be signing it. Right? And so DRL group. Hyderabad. I want this to be printed on my check. These are sufficient. One is minimum amount. Maximum amount should not exceed 45,000. sorry, 25 lakhs. Okay, and bank selection control, no optimization not required, of course. Foreign business partner allowed. Okay, foreign currency allowed, so that also we can check it if required. And here we are going to use, we are telling to the system, we use pre-number check. And on the check, what is the content to be written? So once you define this, save it. Come back. So 4 steps are over. Next, bank determination and house bank. Don't take a bank determination at this level. Let us take house banks. Take house banks. What is meant by house bank? Company code DRLB. Company code is DRLB. Press enter. And here what I need to do is go to new entries. What is the bank account we are using? Till now we are using bank account as just a GL account. Go to FS00, 200 405, Axis Bank head office, right? So what I do here, Axis, bank country I'm using India. Now bank key DR Axis dash say 001, some bank key I'm giving, right? Click on create. Bank name Axis. Just give me a second.
Hello.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So here, um, so SWIFT code means Society for Worldwide Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. Right. So here we can use this one for identifying the each and every bank. Once you complete, take this. So once you define this one, and define bank account. Now you are able to hear me, Anusha?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Bank accounts. Double click on bank accounts. Go to new entries. Here Axis Bank ID. I can define bank ID for each and every bank, every Axis Bank. Say for example, say ours is a very big company, Dr. Reddy Labs. I have my head office. Head office Axis Bank is say Banjara Hills. I have a plant at a place, nearby place called Nalgonda. So there I have my plant, and there also I have a bank. That is also access, because once you have a bank, right, at all places you will have a tie-up with the same bank. For transferring it will be easy. So wherever I have my branches, my work locations, all those places I'll be using the same bank. Of course, I may be having not one, maybe two or three banks, but at same place, at all places I'll be using the same bank. So that's why what we need to do is, say for example, now see main is Axis Bank, but Axis Bank which location, that I need to define here. Say here AX01, right, and Axis Bank, this is head office Banjara Hills, and similarly AX02 Nalgonda plant, AX03 Bangalore office, AX04 Mumbai office. Like that I can define my banks at different locations. Now bank account number. I'm using So bank account number, okay, some number I can use 1 2 3 4 5 6. That is my bank account number. Currency, I'm using INR. Now this bank account AX01 I'm going to link to my GL account now. I need to link it to GL account. Say we have already a bank account that we are using, but that is not linked to my bank account, right? Only the bank account, it is being used just like any other GL account. 200-405 Axis Bank head office, right? So now that I'm linking up here, GL account linked with house bank. Okay, this is done with. Save it. Similarly, I can define any number of banks and say 200-405. Say 200-406 with template 200-405 DRLB, and here HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank head office. Like that we can define. And even that I need to link it up here. Say for example, once you save this, come back, again come back, here go to new entries, right? Say HDFC, country, bank key, DR HDFC 001. Click on create, bank name HDFC, region Banjara Hills, city Hyderabad, HDFC Bank Banjara Hills. Double click, new entries, here HD01. Similarly HD01, HD02, HD03, like that we can create. HDFC Bank head office Banjara Hills. Bank account number, bank account number 654321. This is my account number. Currency INR. GL account number 200-406 that I have created, that I am linking up to here, right? Like this I need to define my bank account. Bank, house bank we call it as. House bank means the bank account which we are using for our regular payments, etc. Right, so now we have two banks. One is Axis, HDFC. So now last and final, bank determination. Define bank determination. So here what I need to do is paying company code, DRLB, select DRLB, then I need to define ranking order, bank accounts, available amounts, all those things. First of all, double click on ranking order. See, if I have more number of banks, I have to define my priority. Which bank I should use first and which bank next. That ranking I need to give. Go to new entries. PM means payment method. So I have payment method D. Check for DRL group. Currency INR. ranking order 1 I am giving House Bank Axis. Axis Bank first preference I am giving rank 1. That means, let me define here, say D INR to HFC. So I'm telling to the system, first you always pick up funds from Axis Bank, right? If funds are not sufficient, then switch over to HDFC. But anyhow, so before we go for the printing of the checks, we'll check the funds that are available. That we'll see. Then double click on bank accounts. Go to new entries. Alright, my House Bank, Axis Bank, HFC. Payment method D. Right? Here also D. Currency INR. Account ID. X01. HFC HD01. Now bank sub-account. Bank sub-account means the bank account number whatever we have used, 200-405 and 200-406. Now why we call it as a sub-account, that I'll tell you later. When we go for the BRS, then you'll understand. Because in BRS we create issue account, receipts account, something like that. Certain parameters are there. There we call these accounts as sub-account. That's why here he says sub-account. Right? Next, available amounts. So this is the bank, payment method, INR, all those things. Now available amounts. Go to new entries. Here, House Bank, say Axis Bank. Account ID. Right, number of days. I'll tell you what is this. Currency INR. Available outgoing payment. I am taking 25 lakhs. Here we are telling to the system, in this House Bank, for this one, 7 days INR 25 lakhs are going to be available. Because unless you have amount here, system will not go for automatic payment program. And this field, don't expect that the GL account balance of the bank will reflect here. Right? If you know about bank reconciliation statement, right, we already know that balance as per the bank book, balance as per the bank statement will never tally. For that, there are several reasons are there. Checks issued but not realized, cleared. Checks deposited but not cleared. Right, now funds are not received, right, not realized. So, and bank charges debited by the banker, but we have not taken. So certain 4-5 reasons are there. So because of that reason, your balance as per the our bank account will never tally with bank statement balance. So that's why here we have to manually give the figure, or what I can do is I can link it up with the my credit limit. Say generally in case of companies, what I do, I'll be taking up the credit limit. Credit limit here in the sense, say every bank will be given some credit limit, CC limit, that is cash credit limit. That cash credit limit we have to mention here, because say 1 crore is the cash credit limit. I can write 1 crore, or cash credit limit is 1 crore minus already funds utilized, there is the available funds. So that every day, day to day, that picture will change. Every day morning, the finance people will give us that figure. So that figure I have to give here. Right? Similarly for other bank. Here also I'm taking 25 lakhs. right? Some amount, we can take any amount. So ranking, bank deposits, bank accounts, available amounts. So system will check for this available amount. If this amount is available here, if my checks which I'm going to generate exceeds 25 lakhs, then system will throw an error stating that funds are not sufficient. So that's why before we execute automatic payment program, we need to check what is the amount that is available. So generally we don't keep funds idle in bank. Don't expect that if I'm releasing payments today of say 1 crore I have to release, means I need to have a balance, right? Generally we do take the working capital loan from bank. So that's why that funds are available means my credit limit is available or not, I need to check. So that to the extent of unutilized credit limit should be used here. Or if there's a system for us to maintain that in a software, that we can link up to that field and we can see that this field will get updated as and when there is a change in the credit limit. But anyhow, generally we do manually. Save it. Right. Once it is done with, now all my 6 steps are over. Now whatever the payment method that we are using, that should be linked to the vendor master record. FK02. FK02. Go here. So Ravi Kumar, employment. So actual number range we have created already on the other day. Right, PQR, raw material supplies, and here payment transactions. In the payment transactions we have payment method, right? So payment method, what I can do, my payment method is D, that is check for DRL group, and bank transfer also I can use if I require. So D, save it. One. Here also payment method, give D. Any other party? Ravi Kumar. Even here I can assign. If any outstanding amount is there, I can post. Payment method D. So once this is done with, then I need to create check lots. Check lot means, say imagine that the check covering letter and along with the check I have received from bank, each and everything will have a number, right? Each and every this thing will have a number, check number, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6, a 6-digit number or 8-digit number will be there. So that number I have to receive whatever the number that I receive. Say for example I have received 1000 bundles, 1000 bundle of checks, and because since we are getting it printed from a bank, we have to give a bulk order so that our cost will get reduced. Say maybe 5000 checks I have received, or okay, imagine 1000 check bundle I have received. So that check numbers I need to feed into the system. So for that purpose what I need to do, go to accounts payable, periodic processing, F110 payments, go to environment, check information, number ranges, right? Environment, check information, number ranges, house bank, access, account ID, click on change, click on create, lot number 001, check number, right? Say I have received 1001 to 1 lakh 1 to 1 lakh 1000. So 1000 check bundle I have received it. And shorting information, checks purchased from bank, checks received from bank. And so these are the numbers that are available now with the system. Take this, right? Save. Here, say next bank, HDFC. Similarly, we create, change, click on create, lot number. Again, for HDFC also, it's lot number 1. Check number, say 9 lakhs 1 to say 9 lakh 1000. So 1000 checks with 9 series. Checks received from bank, HDFC. This is HDFC. Come out. So with this, the configuration is over. Now next we have to execute automatic payment program to generate the checks, right? So once we start, that should be completed at a stretch. For us, it takes, with the explanation etc., more than 45 minutes, right? So that's why we'll take it up tomorrow, right? So any other